What's up, ladies and gentlemen? chuckfinleLP Sonic Heroes Part 12. We are now going to begin the Frog Forest Zone after we skipped this cutscene since we already seen the end of Part 11. So we have to get through the forest where the wild animals live and try to figure out what Robotnik is really doing and hopefully stop his air fleet. And also find out the answers to who Shadow really is. And that's just another plot point for a future Sonic game that I will be playing right after this one. So I won't spoil it, but the Shadow Robot and since this is Frog Forest, the frogs will be in this one as well. But they don't play as big of a role like with Team Sonic. But there will be a lot more of those black frogs in Act 2 that will definitely mess with us a lot more often than there are green frogs in this zone for this team. They really went overboard with the black frogs. I don't know why, but it seems like I'm gaining a lot more speed here than I was with than in Rail Canyon for some reason. Alright, so since you're close to the edge here, you want to be careful. And this is where the frog's hidden, so that's why we have to run back here to even get the rain going. That's why I had ran back there with Team Sonic, thinking that there was something back there, because I was remembering that you had to go back here with some other team. I believe even Team Chaotix has to run back here as well. Alright, so this is where things are getting a lot harder. This is the level from here on out. You'll want to make sure that your flight formation character is fully leveled up, even though they do seem to want to throw a lot more shield robots out at you than anything else. And it probably would have been best if I would have knocked him out first, but you know, I honestly didn't think he'd be able to hit me. And make sure to while you're jumping with while you're flying, while you're using the flight formation, since the flight gauge is so small, make sure to try to go as far as you can and wait before you jump. And just wait as long as you possibly can to jump. And that will definitely help you get across some of those longer holes and areas with no platforms. That will definitely help you out. Let's see, it should... Nope. There should be a power core for each character in there, or along each of those individual paths. I believe the left one is speed, power core, middle one was power, and the right side I believe was flight. Let's see. What's coming up next? I guess it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to go ahead and get a level up for him, since we are going to fight this. It doesn't matter if you use the chaos control here or not. It's probably safer to just go ahead and use it here. So I didn't see any power cores, so you have to be careful with using the Chaos Inferno and then running away from power cores. Most of the time you won't need it because you'll have be leveled up, but there will be times, there will definitely be times when you need to use the when you can miss power cores by not paying attention. Alright, so this is just the same with Team Sonic, you know, if you do have problems on the rails, you can always change formations. And this is one of the bigger differences between Team Sonic and Dark. If you remember, there was a key down there and none of those indestructible crates, but here there was I believe 4 or 5 of those crates, and that turtle. Let's see. Always want to make sure to look for any power cores that you can use. Well, that helps out a lot with. So now we don't have to worry about our flight character anymore. All I have to focus on is just our speed character, which really isn't that useful. Because like an area here, I would just say go ahead and use the flight formation. It may be a little bit slower, but it's definitely a lot safer. Alright, let's see. Now we can go ahead and switch to the speed formation. I'm probably being a little bit too overcautious with not using the speed formation a lot, especially here. But let's see what would happen if we use him. Probably nothing. But it doesn't hurt to check out those kinds of things. And so this is the mushroom that Knuckles would have commented on. We have mushrooms back on his island, but not that big, referring to Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic and Knuckles. And I don't know why, but it seems like you want to, that the game will give you flight formation power cores a lot more than any other formation with Omega for some reason. Whenever you go into something like this and you always use Omega and you get any kind of power cores, usually seems to be flight formation rather than speed, which isn't that useful really. But you know, I mean, it's just you have to focus more using yours, trying to gain shadow some levels up through the checkpoints rather than relying on Omega to get them for him by using the enemies. Oh crap, no. Whoa. That's why you gotta be very careful with Knuckles or Omega. Even as slow as Omega goes, you still have to be really careful while running around like that. The other teams aren't as sporadic like that. They work in more short, controlled bursts rather than Knuckles and Omega just flying around, or just their attacks being a lot quicker than the other teams. Remember, don't go faster than the vine. Just take it slow. You know, you don't even have to hold the B button down if you don't want to. Or you can just go to power formation if you don't feel that you're being slow enough, because there's no other formation that will slow you down more on a rail than the flight formation. Let's see, I probably didn't get the A rank again, but this proves my power. I'd definitely say about 45,000. Possibly even 50,000, but they usually try to keep it at a relatively low number. I mean, there was, I could have went through there a lot faster. I could have not been so cautious with everything. Being faster and going faster than I could have tied into me being so cautious. I took it a little bit slower than I should have probably. And I didn't go after a lot more enemies that I could have. I could have went after another lower section that would have spawned probably 2 or 3 more enemies and some a golden turtle and a few more enemies, and that would have definitely helped out. That would have gained me at least another 1,000. Yeah, but for these sections, as I've said before, you definitely want to practice just with your speed formation character. Don't worry about the other teams, because it'll just slow you down if you try to go after. If you go through those sections with them, it's just a lot faster if you can use whichever team you can. Alright, so for these rail, no, not a rail, but these handrail things, those aren't in the Chaos Emerald, thankfully. But for this section, to make sure you can gain the maximum amount of spheres, what you want to do is get it up to where you want to go, and then boost, because then you'll stay straight, you won't fall. Because if you just swing back and forth, you will fall. But if you can get it line it up to where you want to go, and then just hit the boost, that's definitely a good way to collect spheres. But this area does also slow you down a lot, so especially for this Chow section, since you don't gain a lot of your time back by gaining the spheres. That's how you gain additional time, by collecting these spheres. So you can run through a whole pile of the rainbow spheres and gain a lot of time with while using them. Alright, so remember that is the section with the orange, spheres, so that's a good place to train. You can see it's a fairly long section. It all depends on how long the Chow balloon will stay with you, and that will give you some idea of how long the orange sphere area will be. And it's not the same for every emerald, and it doesn't really go down the farther you get. It's really like the third emerald, or the 4th emerald, I forget which one, has one of the shortest orange sphere zones, and I believe the 7th has one of the longer sections. I'm pretty sure the 7th one does. But this is another difference here. As you saw, there's those dead looking fruit almost. It was in the past, so we had to go up higher and around there to. Oh, you have to make sure you can only attack the head. Ouch. Let's see. It doesn't really matter how you take these out, since with Omega it is actually a little bit easier to do his his 3rd attack with this one rather than the shockwave attack that Knuckles has. Well, no, I think actually Knuckles' attack is a little bit stronger. And again, it doesn't really matter how you take him down. Just make sure you do stun him, and you can get up close enough to him to be useful. And as you can see, 2 flight power cores in a row while destroying an enemy with Omega. For whatever reason, seems to prefer the flight formation. Even though in a team battle, the speed formation or power formation is weak against or I guess it's strength is the flight formation, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, it's strong against the flight formation. No, I'm sorry, it's strong against the, speed formation. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, finally got a speed power core with Omega. That's actually very rare, as we've seen. But anyway, so yeah, you can definitely tell there will be a lot more of those giant robots with these stronger armor. There won't be any with the helmets just yet. They'll save those for Haunted Castle, but they will come quicker in Haunted Castle than in with Team Sonic. It is actually safer just to go ahead and use Rouge to get through that section, so you don't have to worry about maybe missing anything. Alright, so I definitely suggest using the getting the power formation leveled up all the way here. Alright, so that's pretty good. All we have to do now is just get Omega leveled up, and that's good. Now the crocodile section, or I guess alligator section, that was in the Team Sonic story will also be here, except this one seems to be a little bit more buggy, and when you're swinging on the Ivy, it will sometimes fall while that you sometimes fall off without catching hold of it. You'll just, for whatever reason, it'll make you jump off sooner, even though you're at the highest point of the swing, like they tell you to be. Let's see, there should be rings on the, yeah. Alright, so this is where we'll use the team, well, let's see. I guess I'll go ahead and show off the, what I was going to say, I guess I'll go ahead and do this fight the longer way, but I'll go ahead and just save some time. Just to save a little bit of time on the clock, and just so it'll be a little bit easier, because I hate going up against those robots, and they're not easy really to go after, especially since they seem to want to disable your characters once they hit the armor, instead of coming right back towards you when you use the thunder or the fire dunk. I guess you could knock them down with the hammer, and you could just attack his head with Omega, but this is just a little bit safer. And since this is the second, this is Act 2, I would rather go ahead and just stay in the back and knock them out from a distance. Alright, so we don't have a shield, so you do have to be careful while moving through here. And that's just to gain these, items in these spheres, or the balloons. Alright, so that's good. We can just attack his head. But you want to be careful, since we are really close to the edge. There's several edges that we can fall off very easily. Now, I would go in there and take that flower, but it's a little bit tougher way to go, and I guess that was the speed route. So we'll just move over here and see if we can't take the easier route. Yeah, I guess this is the flying route. They do meet up in the same place, just like with Team Sonic, but as you can see, they don't go the same route, or both routes aren't that easy to get to, unlike with Team Sonic. Let's see. Yep, I figured there was going to be one of these. Go ahead. I mean, there is no big areas or big fights in this past that last robot, so you really don't have to worry too much about saving it. We're getting close to the, oh crap. Well, I don't even think you're supposed to go up there with this team. Maybe, let's see. Ah, that's right, okay. You want to be careful though, you have to make sure that the Black Frog will kill the plants and then go after the Green Frog. You can't actually bypass the Black Frog, run around there, trigger the Green Frog too early, and then you'll be stuck there and you'll have to die to restart back at the last checkpoint to make the frogs respawn. So you just want to be careful while moving around through here like that, or at least through that section. But yeah, we're coming up on the location of the alligator. So you do want to be careful, and as I said, don't worry too much about saving the Team Blast for that section. Let's see, I don't think there should be any more egg pawns around, but you still want to take it easy. Alright, so this is where the alligator is going to be spawning. Make sure you use the flight formation. Just hold the stick back and... Oh, no, 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 no. No! No, crap. Yeah, okay, there you go. There's one of the bugs that it somehow shot me backwards instead of forwards, even though I was holding the stick back to make the characters move towards the screen rather than away from it. And you just make sure you do that. And you can hesitate for a split second and wait for the Ivy to send you forward. Oh yeah, that's the difference. This is the alligator section's longer than with Team Sonic. That's the difference with Team Dark. And it's very difficult to get the A rank here as well, obviously. And I probably won't get it. It would be nice to, but I'd say try to go for 45,000 to 50,000. I really don't know. I definitely could have made that a lot quicker. Went through that section a lot faster than I did. That took way too long. But anyway, so we've got the Chaos Emerald. Once you get the Chaos Emerald, it's not that hard to worry about, because the A rank and the Chaos Emerald have nothing in common. You know, if you don't have to, it's easier to go after the A rank in a level than trying to keep the key. So if you can get the Chaos Emerald with a team, you don't have to worry about coming back for it. Then just you can focus on going after the key and trying to, or not the key, but the A rank for that team, and you can go a little bit faster. You can do some more things that would gain you points, but may force you to lose your rings. Just different small things like that that would definitely boost or increase your time.
Look, it's that hedgehog.
Wonder what the big rush is all about. Bet you those guys will end up getting in my way and making trouble.
Hey, isn't that
Sonic!
Talk about being stubborn and full of surprises.
Long time no see, boys. Too bad you had to come all this way for nothing. We'll take it from here.
What'd you say?
Sensors locked on Eggman. Non-compliant intruders will be destroyed.
Didn't you know? We have a date with Eggman too. Is that so? Well then, it'll be a date to die for. Hey, that's my line.
Alright, so this will be pretty much the same fight that we did with Team Dark when we were Team Sonic. They won't come out with the same move.
That's the best way to greet those you haven't
but they will definitely abuse tails a lot more than any other team, so you can just use the tornado spin. But you can also see that they are cycling through their team, their formation roster, just like Team Chaotix was. But since they use the flight formation, the speed formation is stronger against the flight formation, so you can just use your tornado spin move.
Just a fake, like I thought.
And you can just abuse that, and that'll definitely work a lot better. But I thank you for watching. The challenge of the video is how many of those round orange fruits did I see in the whole entire frog forest zone. Thank you for watching. Until next time.